Okay. Continuity. Continuity. Okay. A function f of x is said to be continuous. A function f of x is said to be continuous. Is said to be continuous. Is said to be continuous at x is equal to a if limit x tends to a, f of x is equal to f of a. Okay, a function f of x is said to be continuous at x is equal to a if limit x tends to a, f of x is equal to f of a. Okay, in this definition we presume the following three things. In this definition we presume the following three things. The following three things. Okay, we presume the following three things. First one, the function f of x is defined at x is equal to a. The function f of x is defined at x is equal to a. Okay, that is f of a is a finite number. That is f of a is a finite number. Okay, f of a is a finite number. Next, second one, the LHS and RHS of f of x at x is equal to exist. The LHS and RHS, okay, of f of x at x is equal to a exist and are equal exist and are equal so that limit x tends to a, f of x exists. Okay, third point, so that limit x tends to f of x exists. The third point is limit x tends to a, f of x is equal to f of a. Okay, if any of these conditions is violated, then f of x is said to be discontinuous. Okay, if any of these conditions is violated, if any of these conditions is violated, then the function f of x is said to be discontinuous. Is said to be discontinuous. At x is equal to a. At x is equal to a. Okay. At x is equal to a, and the point x is equal to a is said to be point of discontinuity. And the point x is equal to a is said to be the point of discontinuity. Is set to be the point of discontinuity. Is said to be discontinuity. Okay. Got it? A function f of x, a function f of x is said to be continuous. Is said to be continuous when x is equal to a. If limit x tends to a, f of x is equal to f of a. Okay. In this definition, we presume the following three things. First one is the function f of x is defined at x is equal to a. That is, f of a is a finite number. Second thing, the LHL and RHL of f of x and x is equal to a exist and are equal, so that limit x tends to a, f of x exists. Then third point, what? Limit x tends to a, f of x is equal to f of a. If any of these conditions is violated, then the function f of x is said to be discontinuous at x is equal to a, and the point at x is equal to a is called discontinuity. Is called to be the point of discontinuity. Got it? So now we will do the following sums. Properties. Okay, next the question is what? Discuss the continuity of the following functions. Discuss the continuity. This is the question, main question. Discuss the continuity of the following functions. Discuss the continuity of the following functions. Okay. First one is f of x. What it is? 2x plus 3, comma x less than 2. X less than 2. Then next one is 5x minus 3. Comma x greater than equal to 0, x greater than equal to 0, x greater than equal to 0, and x is equal to 2, and x is equal to 2. See, the question is f of x is equal to 2x plus 3 comma x less than 2. F of x is equal to another is what? 5x minus 3, x greater than equal to 2 and x is equal to 2. Okay, greater than or equal to 2 and x is equal to 2. So LHL will be out this one. We will find out LHL. Limit x tends to 2. F of x. Limit x tends to 2. What is f of x? 2x plus 3. So what we will get? 2 into 2 plus 3. That is 4 plus 3 is equal to 7. RHL. Limit x tends to 2 plus f of x. Limit x tends to 2. What is the f of x? 5x minus 3. Okay, is equal to 5 into 2 minus 3. 10 minus 3 is equal to 7. Okay, then you are going to say what? Since LHL is equal to RHL is equal to So since LHL is equal to RHL, therefore limit x tends to 2, f of x exists. That is what we are writing here. Are equal so that exists. Okay, fine. Then we'll find out f of a. Also, f of a means what? 2 is what? In whichever function you want to put it. 2 into 2 plus 3, that is 4 plus 3 is 7. Got it? Okay. So now you are going to say they are equal. So now we are going to turn this also and this also equal, huh? That is what I have got here. Therefore, limit x, since LHL is equal to RHL is equal to 7, therefore limit f of x tends to f of x exists and is equal to 7 and is equal to 7. Also f of 2 is that, then we can therefore limit x tends to 2, f of x is equal to f of 2. Therefore f of x is continuous function. Is continuous function and x is equal to 2. Correct? Is continuous function and x is equal to 2. Fine. Next. Next one is a big question. So function f of x is defined minus 3 comma 3 in square bracket by f of x plus 5 upon x comma for minus 3 less than equal to x less than equal to minus 1. Okay, 6 upon 2 minus x minus 2x for minus 1 less than x less than 1. 5x plus 3 divided by x plus 1 for 1 less than x less than equal to 3. Show that f of x is discontinuous at x is equal to minus 1 and is continuous at x is equal to 1. Okay? 1 minute. Go through the problem. Yeah, 1 minute, I'll be there. 1 minute. Yeah, we'll continue. See, the question is what? There are three functions here. Okay? And the range is what? Between -3 and 3 is here. -3 and 3. Okay? So, first function what it is? We are going to read it from the center. X is greater than equal to -3, less than equal to -1. So, for example, I will show you this one. Okay, I draw a line here. This is 0. This is 1, 2, 3. -1, -2, -3. So it is lying between -3 and 3. Okay. So x is greater than equal to -3, less than equal to -1. Means we are lying here. This function is lying here. Okay. This one. It is lying there. Next we got x is greater than -1. Less than equal to 1 means from here greater than -1 means here less than equal to 1. Okay. Third function is what? X is greater than 1 less than equal to 3. Greater than 1 means it can be greater than x. We read it from the center. X is greater than 1 means between this and this it is line. Less than equal to 3. Got it? Huh? X is greater than -1 less than equal to 1. Okay. Now we are going to find out in a pair LHL, RHL, LHL, RHL. Why? He has asked two things here. Show that f of x is discontinuous at x is equal to -1 and is continuous at x is equal to 1. Okay. So now my answer is going to be one of first one. LHL limit x tends to -1 we are going to find first. -1 raised to 1 minus f of x is equal to limit x tends to -1. Now f of x is what? Which f of LHL you are going to take? Here I said now this is this one flower bracket, then again this one. Now between these two both are in the left side only, but this is extreme left. That's why I will take this as LHL. Okay. And next my RHL will be this one because this is little bit left. This is totally left. That way both are in left only. In that one is far off. Extremitous. One is little bit. So that little bit is going to be RHL. That is second function. Okay. So I will take this one. F of x is what? X plus 5 divided by x is equal to now limit x tends to minus 1 means what? I put the value minus 1 plus 5 divided by minus 1. That is 4 upon minus 1. That is minus 4. Then RH limit x tends to minus 1 plus f of x is equal to limit x tends to minus 1. Then this one 6 upon 2 minus x minus 2x is equal to, okay, 6 upon 2 minus 1, it is minus of minus plus 1, okay, minus 2 into minus 1. So how much I'll get here? 6 upon 3 minus minus plus 2. So 3 ones are 3 2 1. So it will be 2 plus 2 is equal to 4. Fine. Now see here. This is minus 4, this is 4. LHL and RHL are not equal. That's why it is discontinuous. Since LHL is not equal to RHL, therefore f of x is discontinuous at x is equal to minus 1. Okay. Now next second one will do. Second one what is saying is continuous at x is equal to 1. So I will take again LHS. Limit x tends to 1 raised to minus f of x is equal to limit x tends to 1. Now plus 1 here. Now here this one is there, this one is extreme right here, that side. So naturally this middle portion will act as LHL. This middle portion, it was acting in the first case as RHL. Now it will become as LHL. So again 6 upon 2 minus x minus 2x is equal to limit, sorry, we will not write limit now. 6 upon 2 minus 1 minus 2 into 1. It is 6 upon 1 minus 2. That is 6 minus 2 is 4. Next we will write RHL. Limit x tends to 1 plus f of x 1. What is f of x? 5x plus 3 divided by x plus 1. So 8 upon 2, that is 4. So both are same here. So since LHL is equal to RHL, therefore f of x is continuous at x is equal to 1. Since LHL is equal to RHL, therefore f of x is continuous at x is equal to 1. Is continuous at x is equal to 1. So this way, you understood now? Both are initial, these two functions are in the left side only, but in that which is extreme left, we have taken that as LHL, and another one we have taken it as RHL. And here in LHL I am getting minus 4, RHL I am getting plus 4. So both are not equal. That's why it is discontinuous at x is equal to minus 1. Okay. Next, plus 1 we are finding. So this is one left side and this is total one right side. So this center one will become as LHL. Next one is RHL. That is what we are getting same. Okay. Then go through. Then we will write another problem. Okay, next problem will do. this is what less than, greater than and less than 2. Means this is total this side, this is little bit left. That's why this will become RHS. In the next case, this will become as LHS and this will become RHS. Okay. Now we'll show that f of x is discontinuous at 3 upon 2. Okay. Now LHS is equal to limit x tends to 3 upon 2. Okay. Minus the top f of x. So limit x tends to 3 by 2. What is f of x here? This one. 2x upon 2x minus 3. Okay. Is equal to 2 into 3 by 2. 2 into 3 by 2 minus 3. 2 goes 3. 2 goes 3 minus 0 is what? Sorry, 3 minus 3. Upon 0 is anything divided by 0 is infinity. Okay, then will come to RHS. Limit x tends to, okay, limit x tends to 3 by 2 plus f of x. F of x, it is what? X square minus 3 divided by 2x minus 3. What happens here? 3 by 2 whole square minus 3 divided by 2 into 3 by 2 minus 3. 1 minute. It's discontinuous at x is equal to 3. Okay, fine. So what I am getting here? 9 upon 4 minus 3 divided by 2 goes, I don't know, this is also infinity I am getting. Okay, plus infinity and minus infinity. 9 minus 12 divided by 4 divided by 0. So we will get it as what? 9 minus 12 is minus 3. 4 into 0. That is minus 3 upon 0. That is minus infinity. Okay. Then we will say since LHS is not equal to RHS, because this is plus infinity, this is minus infinity. Okay. Therefore, f of x is discontinuous and x is equal to 3 by 2. Okay, 1 minute. Okay, now this is negative and this is positive, therefore f of x is discontinuous at x is equal to 3 by 2. Now we will find out is continuous at x is equal to 2. Okay. So again, LHS, limit x tends to 2. Now here, x is greater than 3 by 2, less than 2, and here it is greater than 2. Less than 2 means automatically this will become LHS. Greater than means you are on the right hand side RHS. Got it? So, what will be f of x? This one. X square minus 3 divided by 2x minus f of x. This will be 3x minus. Okay, since LHL is equal to RHL. Okay, therefore f of x is continuous at x is equal to 2. Therefore f of x is continuous at x is equal to 2. Okay, so these are the two problems I have shown you. Now we are going to start with differentiation. The next part of the limits. Derivative about 410. The derivative. Okay, you go through this. I will have the problem. Okay. Okay, write the derivative of a function. Heading the derivative of a function. The derivative of a function. Okay. Now let y is equal to f of x. Let y is equal to f of x. I name this equation 1. Let y is equal to f of x. F of means what? Don't write o f. Here in front of f there will be a round bracket. That is what we need it. F of x. Get the things in the mind. Let y is equal to f of x. Sir is saying f of x, but is writing f in bracket x. That is only called as f of, not o f x. Got it? Let y is equal to f of x be a real valued function. Be a real valued function. Real valued function. Be a real valued function. Define over an interval. Define over an interval. Defined over an interval. Okay, full stop. Let x and y be the initial values of the variables. Let x and y, this x and this y. Let x and y be the initial values of the variables. Be the initial values of the variable. Be the initial values of the variables. Okay, variable. As x changes to x plus delta x. This is the symbol of delta. They write triangle also. This also there. As x changes to x plus delta x. Suppose y changes to y, suppose y changes to y plus delta y. Suppose y changes to y plus delta y. Okay, full stop. Here delta x and delta y. Here delta x and delta y are called the increments. Are called the increments in x and y respectively. Okay. See, initially x and y are the variables. Then what is saying? Suppose x changes to x plus delta x, comma y changes to y plus delta y. Here delta x and delta y are called the increments. Means we are getting incremented. Okay. In x and y respectively. Okay. Then what we will do? We will add it from 1. I will say now from 1. From 1 y is gamma y. It is incremented by delta y plus delta y. Okay, is equal to f of x plus delta x. Okay, then from this what I will do? I will send this y that side. Then I will say delta y is equal to f of x plus delta x. This y will come here minus 1. Next again delta y is equal to f of x plus delta x minus what is y? F of x plus. Then what I will do? I will divide both sides by delta x. I will say here divide both sides by delta x. Okay. So therefore delta y divided by delta x is equal to f of x plus delta x minus f of x divided by delta x. Then I will say taking limit delta x tends to 0 on both sides. Limit delta x tends to 0 as I am taking limit both the sides, right? Divided by delta x. That is the procedure. This first principle they call this. What I have done? From 1 I have said to the y I have incremented by delta y, and to the x I have incremented by delta x. Okay. Then from this I am saying that delta y is equal to this y will go that side. It will become minus 1. What is y? F of x. That is what I have substituted. Then what I am saying? Divide both sides by delta x. It is divided 3. Then after that, taking limit delta x tends to 0 on both the sides. Both the sides have taken limit. Okay. Now, after that, we are going to say what now? If this whole thing exists, then it is called derivative of y with respect to x, and is denoted by dy by dx or f dash of x. Okay. Now we say if limit delta x tends to 0 of delta y by delta x is equal to limit delta x tends to 0 exists. Okay, if that exists, then it is called the derivative of y. Then it is called the derivative of y. The derivative of y with respect to x. Then it is called derivative of y with respect to x, and is denoted by dy by dx, or we call it as f dash of x, because we have said f, that will become f dash of x. Dy by dx or f dash of x. Okay. Thus dy by dx is equal to dy thus dy by dx is equal to limit delta x tends to 0, delta y by delta. Okay, thus dy by dx is equal to limit delta x tends to 0 of delta y by delta x. Okay, so that is the derivative of a function. Now there are some derivative of standard functions. Okay, that itself is a formula. Fine. So for you, how the formula is proved, it is not there. So we will not go into that. Now I will write list of formulas. So one by one formulas will take down. After that, there are 5 rules. I will tell you the 5 rules. Then we are going to do the problem solving. Okay. List of formulas. Fine. The way how I write, that way you are going to copy it and remember. Okay. First one I will write d by dx of x raised to n. It is n times x raised to n minus 1. Already this we have come across in limit. D by dx of x raised to n is n into x raised to n minus 1. How it is derived? That is there. I can show you with this method, but that is not required for you. So we will learn the limited things because the portion is also vast and that is required for PUC syllabus. PUC it is. As you are in BCA, whatever I am doing it, that much of you do. D by dx of x raised to n is n times x raised to n minus 1. Okay. Now second one, d by dx of 1 I will choose. It is 0. D by dx of 1, because 1 is a constant, it is 0. Next, third one, d by dx of x. See here nothing is there, means n is 1, so it will become 1 times x raised to 1 minus 1. You got my point? This formula, it is based on the first formula. Now 2-3 formulas I am going to write which is based on this. Okay, that way d by dx of x, here nothing is there, means n is 1. So 1 into x raised to 1 minus 1. 1 minus 1 is 0, x raised to 0 is 1. And this is 1. 1 into 1 is 1. So d by dx of x is 1. Okay, fourth one, d by dx of x square. This is not a formula, but just I am showing you. I think it is not visible. D by dx of x square. X square is, see here n is 2 times x raised to 2 minus 1 is 1, that is 2x. So I get 2x. That way d by dx of x cube, it will become 3 times x raised to 3 minus 1, that is nothing but 3x square. It goes on. Okay. Now fifth one, root x. D by dx of root x, it is 1 upon 2 root x. Okay, this also you can write on this. Root x is nothing but x raised to half. N is not half, 1 upon 2. X raised to half minus 1. Half minus 1 I will get minus half. That minus half, if we throw it down, it will become x raised to plus half. Plus half. X raised to plus half is nothing but root x of it. That's why this d by dx of root x is 1 upon 2 root x. Okay. Then next, sixth one, d by dx of log x. D by dx of log x is not 1 upon x. Okay. However, d by dx of e raised to x, it is e raised to x only. Eighth one, d by dx of a raised to x. It is a raised to x log a to the base e. Okay, these are all formulas you have to remember. Okay. Now I again bring. I think I have taken all of them. Another element, 9. D by dx of 1 upon x. 1 upon x, what is the way x if it comes up, it will become minus 1. My n is minus 1. Minus 1 into x raised to minus 1 minus 1. That is minus 1 into x raised to minus 2. That if you throw it down, it will become minus 1 upon x square. Minus 1 upon x. So d by dx of 1 by x is 1 upon x. So you have to study this 9 formula. If you know these 9 formulas, okay, integration formula will be easy. Integration is nothing but it is a reverse process of differentiation. The next unit is integration, which is the last part of the syllabus. Okay, that is the last unit. So these 9 formulas are based on this x. Now next 6 formulas I am going to give. Already trigonometry you have learned 6 trigonometric ratios. So based on that 6 formulas will come. Okay. Now that formula after 9 I will not write it 10. I will write it here down. Okay. Why I will tell you? You can remember it from instead of writing here I will write it here. Okay. I will have to go. D by dx of sin x. D by dx of sin x is cos x. Okay. Next 11th one I will write it here. Then 12, 13 I will write that side. Next. After sin I take shall I take cos? Okay. I will write the 11th one this side. D by dx of cos x. It is minus sin x. Okay. Next 12th one. D by dx of tan x. 6 square x. D by dx of tan x. It is 6 square x. Next again. D by dx of cot x. It is minus cosec square x. Okay. 12, 13, 14. D by dx of sec x. It is sec x tan x. Okay. Next 15th one. D by dx of cosec x. D by dx of cosec x is minus cosec x cot x. Okay. Now I am telling you why I have written this way. See here. This side all are positive, this side all are negative, and they are starting with C. C alphabet. Okay. Now you have to remember d by dx of sin x is cos x, and d by dx of cos x is what? Minus sin x. D by dx of tan x is sec square x. D by dx of cot x is minus cosec square x. Then d by dx of sec x is what? Sec x tan x. D by dx of cosec x is what? Minus cosec x into cot x. Okay. So this formula you have to be ready with this formula. Okay. Now next I will tell you the rules. Rules of differentiation. Okay. Next last.